All right, let's try that one more time. Sorry about that false start there. What's up, Restoration Nation? Andy McCabe here. I just got off the phone with a brand new appraiser. He's not a brand new restorer. He's been doing it for quite some time. Is a member of the Extreme team and has done 1 or 2 thousand mitigation large losses in his life. But he called me with a question, and leading up to the Appraisal for Contractors course next week, I thought I'd give you some insight into the advice that I gave him. Appraisal for Contractors.com. There it is. If you want to get signed up, it's not an expensive class. It's going to take less than a day next Friday. And we're going to teach you how contractors can become appraisers and start helping maintain the health of the restoration ecosystem, the insurance damage repair industry. So my friend calls me up and says, "Hey, I got this appraisal, and I'm not sure what to do with it." He's working for the insured. The insured has hired him as his appraiser, and he's met with the opposing appraiser, and they haven't settled on an umpire yet, but they're about to do that. But his problem was this: he's staring at an invoice for what is being alleged as 3 or 4 months worth of work for $570,000. And he said to me, "Andy, I I can't even touch that. I can't even get close to it. I've run it through Xactimate. I've run it through my own T&M software. I've applied custom pricing. I've done all this, and the highest I can get to is like $97,000. What do I do?" Um, and he said, "Well, isn't my job to defend the contractor in this situation?" And I said, "No. Your job as the appraiser is not to defend one side or the other. That's not the job of appraisal." And I think that's where a lot of folks on both sides of the fence get it wrong and get sideways. Your job is to come up to the best of your ability, an appropriate valuation for the loss. What would it have taken you as a restorer to do that same job based on the evidence you have? And that's the other thing. He said, "Well, I got nothing. All I have as far as equipment is photos of the equipment. I don't even have an equipment log. I don't have. I've got 3 days of moisture readings out of 120 days this contractor had equipment on this job." And so I said, "Hey, this guy sounds like he's garbage. Sounds like he's the reason, right? There's a reason that restorers and contractors have bad names in the industry, and it's because of people like this. So here's a perfect opportunity for my friend, the brand new appraiser, the longtime restorer, to make a friend out of the Sedgwick guy on the other side of this situation." I told him, "Hey, if 97 is your best number, that's your number. You quantify it, you write it down, you package it up, and you go to your opposing and say, 'Hey, um, I think this restorer is smoking something. I think this restorer is way out of his gourd. Um, there's no way I can stand behind this. That's not something that I would have done as a professional restorer in this market. Here is what I would have done." And you have an opportunity to make a friend, and you're gonna fight back against this just pure garbage, right? $500,000 in 4 months to do what should have been done in a couple weeks, right? For less than $100,000. Um, you've got an opportunity to just put the kibosh on that situation and let the carrier know that not all restorers are like that. You're not going to try to defend some ludicrous number, some guy just trying to retire on this job just because he thought he could. And you also have an opportunity to make a friend of the opposing appraiser and the umpire once you choose them, right? Because this is not going to be the last appraisal you're going to handle. This is probably not the last time you're going to see this opposing or this umpire or both of them throughout the rest of your career. So handle it appropriately. Come with your number. defend your number, but you do not have to defend that contractor. We do not have to abide by the bullshit that we see when we get into situations like this. I'll be the first to say this contractor's out of his mind. He shouldn't be doing that, and he should be sued. I'm not here to give legal advice, but if I know for a fact that this insured has given this restorer, the other restorer, $200,000, and the carrier is only saying, "Hey, looking at this thing, going, we're maybe going to be 150, maybe all in with repairs and mit." So if I'm that insured, and the appraisal comes back with what I think the appraisal is going to come back with, and I've already paid more than that to this contractor, dude, I'd sue him in a heartbeat. Right? This is literal highway robbery. This is literal fraud, because this guy has no business putting out a $500,000 bill for the work that was done. The work that was done cannot justify this. So your role as the appraiser is to quantify that loss to the best of your ability with your experience, not their experience, not their pricing, not their setup, yours. And if my plan goes according to plan, I will double the amount of competent appraisers in this country. I'm not going to do it next week because we don't have enough people signed up. But by the end of the year, I'd like to have another 5,000 appraisers out on the market doing good work, keeping restorers honest and keeping carriers honest. So what do you say? Appraisalforcontractors.com if you want to get signed up. And looking forward to seeing you guys that have signed up. Seeing you next Friday. I think it's going to be a great class. So in the meantime, be good, y'all. Have a great weekend. And yeah, we'll be in touch.